Previously on the 10th Siege of Swampcavern. Hello, my name is Rick, and this is the Dwarf Fortress of Swampcavern, and it's everyone's favorite time for a siege. Here's what we're up against. All goblins this time. Here's the invading goblin army, and there's the fort coming right up. The crossbow teams haven't killed a lot of guys yet, but they sure have softened them up pretty good. The troops are really tense. They know something dramatic is about to happen. I see my troops are starting to group up to my satisfaction, so I'm going to give the order to charge forward very soon. And now for part 2 of the 10th Siege of Swampcavern. The birds in the swamp were extremely loud as the goblins approached the front door. Here's a little picture I like to call Knock Knock. Oh yeah. Come on in, goblins. Let's have a party. Come on, come on. What are you waiting for? Alright, I am through messing around. I am giving them the order to move forward and attack. I've ordered them to move forward. I want them to just stay right outside the fort. But you know how these guys are. Once they get going, there's just no stopping them. Here we have a goblin lasher, one of the worst possible opponents because they can just punch through armor. Here we've got a goblin swordsman, and he's wearing troll fur clothes or armor with spider silk gloves versus troops with adamantine armor and weapons. So let's see how that plays out. He's dead. The goblin lasher got exactly 2 attacks in, one of which misses, and the other one is just blocked or parried by a weapon. And the troops just absolutely take that lasher apart, doing bad things to them with the adamantine spear and chopping them in half. Now the fight's really getting started. This group of guys back here has been moving slowly and cautiously this whole time, which is really not helping them at all. I think things are looking pretty bleak for these 7 guys right here. I like how angry these guys look. Oh, we have to go kill goblins again? Alright, let's get this over with. Meanwhile, these guys are a little more indifferent about it. Oh well, killing some more goblins. Must be Tuesday. Actually, we kind of had an idea they were coming this time. When they showed up, we didn't have anyone on the surface for a change because we kind of had a feeling they were maybe going to hit right away at the 1st of autumn, which they did. And now for the part where we just all mow them down. Yeah, I could tell my guys to go back to the fort. They wouldn't do it at this point. They are just crazy to kill these guys now. Wow, a lot of bolt fire coming from that fort. I've ordered them to move forward just a little bit more, and as usual, I'm letting them pick their own targets. Because I feel like if I tell them specifically what to attack, they'll do it in a stupid manner, where if I let them choose their own targets, they'll just run up to them and do it. Oh, that is so chaotic. Here's a Goblin X-Man getting shot to death by bolts. If you really want to pause and read the reports, go ahead. Here's the report of the Spear Dwarf Fuchsia. The Goblin X-Man strikes at the Spear Dwarf, but the shot is blocked. Spear Dwarf bites the Goblin X-Man in the upper right back teeth, and the severed part sails off in an arc. Really? Here's the report of a human spearmaster. I'm not going to read all of that, but it sure is violent. Here's a report from a militia captain who is a legendary cook, responsible for many of the fort's finest meals. But, boy, you don't want to make them mad in battle. They are battling a goblin hammerman, and they basically don't miss. Here's a report of an axe lord. They scratch a goblin spearman in the nose, and the injured part is torn apart. The axe lord hacks the goblin spearman in the left lower arm with her weapon, and the severed part sails off in an arc. The axe lord hacks the goblin swordsman in the head with her weapon, and the severed part sails off in an arc. Here's a report from a militia captain who is jumping away from a flying iron arrow. They get missed a couple times. They jump away, they get missed a few more times. The militia captain bites the goblin pikeman in the left foot, bruising the muscle. The militia captain latches on firmly. The militia captain shakes the goblin pikeman around by the left foot, tearing apart the left foot's muscle and bruising the bone, and just doing all sorts of stuff. Here's a report from a goblin maceman's point of view. He gets hit by an iron bolt. He gets hit by an iron bolt in the head, tearing the muscle and fracturing the skull. He retches, he passes out, he regains consciousness, he gives in to the pain, he gets hit by more iron bolts, he wakes up again. We're starting to catch up to these cowardly guys back here who've just been doing nothing the entire time. They are running out of guys. What do you think's going through this goblin's mind after what he just saw? How do you think his odds are with this blue river, this massive wave about to just wash over him? Here's the path of the battle so far. I love it when a plan comes together. Here's what it looks like, kind of more from their point of view. It's amazing the archers can see into the forest as well as they do. All the fighting has frightened away all but the most brave of the birds in Swampcavern. But those few birds won't shut up. There's 5 of them left. Here we go. Yeah, go ahead and fire your bolt into that crowd. See what good it does you. And blam. Well, the goblins are dead. But the siege will go on for several more months. I guess some more of their goblin army is standing around the fort where we can't get at it. At least that's my role-playing excuse for the bug. Good job, guys. You've made a fantastic mess. Wonderful work. And so the brave and somewhat foolish dwarves of Swampcavern were victorious once again, and a cheer rose up from the troops. Hooray! If you enjoyed this Dwarf Fortress content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks for watching.